one of the things that I've noticed that, and this is something I want to talk about, this sensitive issue, but honestly, this is something that that is very important that people would have to understand. There is a big wave of da'wah, of ideology that came from the Gulf to the West, and they have imported an ideology of Islam that has been misunderstood, tainted, which is the Muslim Brotherhood ideology. I'm not talking about the political group, which is, of course, it came out from Egypt, Ikhwan Muslimin, but the ideology behind them. And this is something very, very important that people must acknowledge. The ideology of them, fundamentally speaking, like in Islam, the main purpose of this religion is that we worship Allah. This is, we all agree on. We worship Allah, and we apply tawheed. Tawheedullah Azza wa Jal, the monotheism or the oneness of Allah in three categories. The oneness of Allah in His Lordship, so Allah owns and has this, the world is, He gives and takes, and this is all His. This is the Lordship of Allah. And then there's the oneness of Allah in His worship. So we have to worship Allah. And this is why the prophets and messengers were sent. Not because there were injustice, not because there was dhulm, there was tyranny, there was oppression. We don't disagree with that. But the main purpose of the revelations and the messengers of Allah was tawheed, monotheism. And of course, the names and attributes of Allah. This is monotheism. This is what Islam is all about, what it revolves about. The ideology of the Muslim Brotherhood, when it came, what did it say? It said, no, Islam came to apply a justice system in the world and among us. I don't disagree with that. I agree with it, but that's not the main purpose. Now, here's the problem. When you make that as a main purpose, then everything under it becomes different. It changes. The priorities change. And that's why we hear a lot of people, and I see this in Western Muslims, some, of course, I haven't seen all, but I've touched upon some videos, and they always talk about Khilafah. The Khilafah. And then they talk about political issues because it's injustice. So I just want to explain and connect the two dots. They talk about this, and this is their main concern because they think this is what Islam is all about. They think Islam is about creating this social justice system and creating this ummah. You have to. This is a priority. And this is not in Islam. Islam, the Prophet ﷺ, look at his life. When he first started, he didn't come and was worried about creating that nation. He just worried about one thing, and he always used to say, قُلْ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهِ. Bas, say that word. That's all I need you to say. He sends out ambassadors to Yemen. What did he say? Did he say, look at their system and their injustice, and if they're doing injustice, then you have to change it? No. يا معاذ إنك مقبل على قوم أو مسلمين أو حديثو عهد. They're new to Islam. Just teach them this, Ya Mu'adh. Go to Yemen, travel all the way there, no planes, no cars, just travel all the way to tell them one thing. Shahadatu an la ilaha illallah, don't worship none but Allah, and do your salah and do your zakah. If they have these three, we're good. Come back. Khalas, don't worry about their justice system and oppressions and all. That comes later. We don't ignore that, but that's not the priority. Yahi Adam alayhi salam, his two sons started killing each other, right? They started fighting and killing. Did Allah reveal anything to them? No. Dhulm was happening ever since Adam. But when did Allah reveal to us, send us a messenger? Nuh, at the time of Noah, when people started worshipping idols. Then here it stopped. And this is what we need to understand. The concept of Islam today, a lot of people, and I'm not saying also not only in the West, even in the Gulf, they think they have this thought, conception of Islam that it's only about the justice system.